Welcome to dbForge Studio for Oracle tutorials. In this video, we are going to review and compare two powerful database development tools, Toad for Oracle and dbForge Studio. Both offer a wide range of features including SQL optimization, database administration, data generation, schema, and data comparison. But which one to choose, you might ask? Fasten your seatbelts. In this video, you will find this out. Let's start with code completion, a crucial feature in SQL development. Toad for Oracle unfortunately lacks code completion functionality, which makes the coding process more challenging and even somewhat painful. Without it, developers may find themselves constantly referring to documentation, prone to syntax errors, and spending more time on routine tasks. On the other hand, dbForge Studio for Oracle boasts robust code completion. To make code writing even quicker, there's an extensive library of code snippets. What's more, complex joins are suggested on the fly. You don't need to manually type them in the editor like in Toad for Oracle. Another handy detail, the column picker allows for quickly inserting columns into the select list. And last but not least, smart formatting beautifies your code depending on the formatting profile settings. Renaming objects automatically without breaking dependency links? With dbForge Studio for Oracle, it's as easy as ABC. Simply change the alias name and press Enter or Tab to apply the change to all its occurrences throughout the entire script. This functionality is not available in Toad for Oracle. Need information about each database object directly from the script? Not a problem for dbForge Studio. Just hover over a table, alias, or any other database object name in the script to view details about it. The Quick Info tooltip for procedures and functions is accessible both from the completion list and within the SQL document after insertion. And again, Toad for Oracle does not offer this functionality. Another valuable feature offered by dbForge Studio for Oracle is execution warnings. For example, it throws a warning when a user attempts to execute the delete statement without a where clause, helping to prevent accidental data loss. Sounds useful, right? You won't find this in Toad for Oracle. Let's now look at how these two tools handle object dependencies. In Toad for Oracle, you can navigate directly from a script to the table editor using Control plus left mouse button. This navigation works for table editors. In dbForge Studio, to navigate from an object in the script to its editor, you need to press F12. Let's try this for a function. As you can see, the function editor also opens. Now let's explore how to view object dependencies in Studio. Objects dependent on the current table are displayed directly in the tree, which works for all database objects. Moreover, within the Studio, you can also view which objects the selected object depends on in its turn. Let's look at the objects that our function depends on. As you can see, in the Depends On section, all objects that are necessary for the successful operation of this function are displayed. dbForge Studio obviously excels at this functionality. Shall we try data export now? To export data in Toad for Oracle, right-click the data and select Export Dataset. In the dialog that opens, specify the file format for exporting the data and adjust other settings as needed. What about data import? Let's take a look. In the Object Name field, we select the table we have just exported and click Next. Then for the commit mode, we select one commit after all records and click Run. Okay, the important process is complete. Let's retrieve the data to ensure it has been successful. Well, let us now test drive data export and import in dbForge Studio for Oracle. Right-click the results grid and select Export Data. In the data export wizard that opens, select an export format and click Next. As you can see, the Studio offers an impressive array of export formats covering all the popular formats used today. The Data Export Wizard will conveniently guide you through all the steps of configuring the process. Simply adjust the required settings and click Next to proceed. On the final page of the wizard, click Export. One noteworthy feature is that with dbForge Studio for Oracle, you can automate data export tasks using the command line. This can be particularly useful for frequent data exports from the same table or view. For such cases, in the Data Export Wizard, you can either create a template file and then launch it from the command line, or create a batch file, where all the export settings will be saved, and then perform export by simply executing this file instead of navigating through all the wizard pages. Incredible, right? Okay, let us try data import now. In Database Explorer, right-click the required table and select Import Data. This will launch the Data Import Wizard, which will similarly guide you through all the steps configuring the import process. On the final page of the wizard, click Import. Let's retrieve the data we have just imported to ensure our efforts have been successful. That's all for today. As you've seen, both Toad for Oracle and dbForge Studio for Oracle are powerful database development tools. However, dbForge Studio offers a more advanced and feature-rich functionality. Ready to try it yourself? Download a free 30-day trial of dbForge Studio for Oracle and explore its extensive features.